Hey everyone. Thanks so much for joining. This is for Sacred, the group Sacred, specifically Cape Town, but we're not exclusionary. So how these readings work is I'm using tarot cards as the medium. The intention is that it reaches the heart of the listeners and that you as the collective get to receive and activate and uniquely attuned to that pathway of light that continues to move you forward and integrate through the nourishments of that darkness, the shadow, and that this is a tool and facilitation for you to realize you, because after all it's just a mechanism of providing a capacity and space for triggering, for bringing up, for moving with and through. So that's a bit like that. You can just take a moment to close your eyes, center yourself, and breathe. In and out. Noticing where there's bits of tightness. Letting the freneticisms of the day start to wash away. And just letting it all be exactly as it is. Feeling that connection arise, noticing how in some ways it was always there. Noticing this feeling of wanting to get to it, to rush in, this jumping, and just watching it, just seeing it as it appears to you, not needing to change it, not needing to force it to be something different, just letting it be, now and here. And one of the things that I've been contemplating a lot recently is ecosystem. It's this thing of things all working together, all being a part of a process. And I've got a connected process, something, and all of these different things that I've been contemplating relative to it. But for me, ecosystem in this way is to say that this video, this modality, is just a part of kind of all the modalities that I'm working with and expressing through, and might be different to others, but at the same time they share the general resonant frequencies and quantum field makeup, which is to say that we're going through processes in order to allow practice within the field, shall we say. And if this resonates with you, speaks to you, check out some of the other things. Reach out to me. I'm really excited to play more with this and play in a very deep and connectedly fulfilling and meaningful way, and really see how we can spark and continue to grow together. So that's just a bit on that. Let's jump into the reading, because I feel like it's a really fun one. Okay, so we're going to do a spread. These are Sam Mandela cards from Burning Man Camp. They're gifted to their readers, so I'm really, really grateful that I got gifted it. Let's start. So we have today, past, present, and future, how to overcome the challenges that are being faced, and advice. So presently there's this struggle to kind of look at what's worked in the past and begin to create a concrete form of action on how to actually get where you're wanting to be. And a part of this is very much linked in that energy of feeling like the other systems and the other parts of the process aren't quite showing up the way you would like them to. And it's really asking for a framing of kind of seeing how that's playing on your, anxieties in that way, and how, like, the simplest word that comes to mind is good. And I know that from a talk that was made into a music video of Good by Kira the Don, Jocko Willink is the one speaking, but he says that whatever you're going through, whatever the challenge, the problem, good, because you can look at it now and you can actually be like, okay, how do I work with this? But it's also saying to give those anxieties time and space to be recognized, not to dwell in them and be lost in them, but to look closely at them, because those are surrounding you. You know, those are the current sparring partners that are arising in your reality, and to say, okay, what do you need from me? What do I need from you? How are we going to negotiate this? And in the past, this was very much not knowing how to move on from these challenging parts, on just giving them too much time and too much space, and letting other people's voices feed them in that way. And it's brought you to this newness where it's kind of like, okay, I actually know what I want, and what that looks and feels like, and how concrete it is and can be. And now I get to make it happen. But it's very much this complete narrative shift, because it's where it's so easy for things to end up catching themselves in the spiral and not realizing that spiral can be there forever, or it can end just like that. Can have been ended for a while, and now you're making new charts, new movements forward, new opportunities and ways to continue to grow. And this is very much bringing you into this fulfillment energy, shall we say, where you kind of have the blueprint for what you want it to look like and feel like and be concrete in, but it's this feeling, this passion really, and passion in the sense of fulfillment, meaning the value that's brought and that you experience through bringing value. And this is very much about, like, you know, following the golden staircase of where you are to where you need to be, and realizing that you're exactly where that is right now. It's just now, what is the inspired action? And this is a big thing at the moment, because a big thing very much in those anxieties, because those anxieties are currently dropping you off that high-flying disc, off that golden path, off that path of least resistance, because like they are currently the perceived path of least resistance. And it's kind of looking at it in a bigger frame and being like, well, how does this feel, like vibratorily, emotionally? How does this feel in my system, and is it serving me? Because if it's not serving me, what do I need to shift it? But like there's very much a big thing, and I'm just going to quickly clarify. Yeah, it's very much this energy of like shifting it in process. So like having acknowledged, okay, this is what I need to do, but now realizing that there's kind of this breaking free from the shell of it, where now you're also looking to provide that opportunity to others, in the sense of sharing what you've learned, sharing what you've experienced, and just like being with people, you know. And that's a slightly different perspective and action perhaps for you. For me, I know it can very much be. So it's this kind of like seeing the golden path in all the things. And a friend said something really incredible to me recently, which was, if everything in life is seen as nutritious, then it gives life, it brings life. And that's kind of the big frame here, where it's like seeing these anxieties as a nutrition, and, you know, taking it from the conceptual knowledge of it, because that's the problem, is if we learn and we know knowledge, it can be like almost challenging, you know. And now instead making it be like, okay, cool, I've got it. Okay, now how do I apply it? How do I share it? How do I get it out there? How do I make it that everyone's aware of it, and doing it. And that's by doing it in a forum that other people can receive it. And the big thing that feels to be coming to the surface here is very much co-creation and collaboration. You know, what can you do to support the ecosystem? How can you go about aligning and allowing these different energies to find you, to work with you, to experience you, and to really just be like, hey guys, I'm here. I don't know everything. I definitely don't know everything, but I know how to play, you know, and that means let's jam, you know, because the co-creation and jamming element of things means that we get to work and mine our ways to places that are deeper than what we started out at. And as a result, there's a lot that we can end up getting. And that brings us to this hanged man energy that's currently the challenge, which is things moving forward, but also feeling incredibly stagnant and slow. And that's kind of that big thing of coming back to fulfillment throughout the transformation, because it very much can have this energy of coming joy, where it's this when this happens, I'm doing this so that, and it ends up pointing these moving goalposts of when I get to this specific perceived outcome or this avenue of completion, I will then be complete. I will then have the action of having progressed, grown, become, achieved, you know. And that's kind of the shift in those ways, is to say, okay, that could be true. Or I can recognize the joy that's already here and now. Just right now. Just in this moment, not because of anything, not as a result of, not for this coming, but just what is. And I know many of you would have touched this through different modalities and experiences, services, things. And that's beautiful, like, truly, and the world needs that so much. But it's once we've had those, I feel like it's then anchoring those in the here and now. And just learning how to be like, okay, cool, I'm going to tap there, and there we go. Got it. Yes. And really, like, getting excited about it, for lack of better wording, you know, where it's this newness, this opportunity, this becoming. Yeah, and it's then sitting within that, it's the inspired action that can come forward. A big thing here, is a place from Umbridge, is the opportunity to recognize the integration of various parts and pieces, and kind of seeing what they're calling you towards, what they're pointing you towards, what they're offering as an opportunity. And the big thing here is kind of seeing how where you are now is, there was previously a similar sort of occupation and opportunity in the past, but it was very much fighting it, very much fighting that happening. And a deep thing here is to realize that now it's because you have a clearer view of what emotional fulfillment is for you, and what fulfillment in life looks like and is experienced as, and very much to recognize how completely overwhelming that is. Like, absolutely and utterly overwhelming in more ways than you can ever imagine. And that's good. Like, I can't begin to express to you how good that is, because the most fulfilling life and experience you can have should overwhelm you. It should completely terrify you, because it's everything. And like, there's the words of wanting to say and not, but it's almost like yes and no, because the not part of it is through the process of creating the life, by doing the work to realize the passion that lives within that, so that you can ultimately bring life to all that is available, so that the stagnancy of the current world can be realized as a joy, to then bring the integrations of what has been happening, and to realize the fundamental beauty of moving past conflict and into the space of how that was serving you to realize this. And the quickest thing within this is that the quickening happens through sharing, through allowing and expanding. And if we're just going to go for a wild card, it would be allowing this unsettled, ungrounded, unrefined energy of learning to occur as a result of all of these things. So, like, to make space for the unexpected to come to you and to arise and to work through you, and enjoying it, you know, enjoying parts of it, processes of it, the uncertainty, the unknownness, the action. But there is very much this aspect of also kind of realizing the support that it's required from around you, which is reliant on you being who you are. So self-care, and very much acknowledging that overwhelm. I feel like that's kind of the main thing within the self-care, because the overwhelm can block the joy, but the more that you can come to see the anxieties that are rising through the overwhelm, the more you can come back to the joy and realize that, oh, what space you're in, oh, this is a really good space. And if it's not a good space, you know that you've got the internal value system and kind of like acknowledgement process within it. So you've got this. Now, we're just going to take a moment, and you can just allow all of this juiciness just to be felt. Like, you know, you've got that resonant field, frequency network, and just being like, okay, cool. What do I need to do? Do I need to move a little bit with it? And be like, okay, here it is. Do I need to kind of just, oh my gosh. Oh, or like, oh yeah, that's exciting. Oh, okay, maybe. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Well, what about maybe that? Okay. Anyway, the point of that is just to say, take a moment, ask yourself what you need, check in with your system, realize that there are a lot of things realistically moving right now, and that is beautiful, and that you get to kind of move with them and shake with them and shape yourself with them and through them. And you've got this. If anything spoke to you in this, please like and follow and subscribe, and I think I add an additional thing. But yeah, please share with any other people that you feel like could benefit from this. Leave me a comment if something resonated, if you'd like to know more about something. Yeah, and if you are interested in receiving a more personal reading or working with me in any other way, there are many ways to do that. Everything from distance energy healing to toys to play with, fidget toys that spark and activate your brain in truly unique ways, to fire shows, to transmissions, to meditations, to everything you could need. And I'm just so stoked to get to serve as a light along your path of you realizing you, and in turn get to experience that mirror and that energy, and just thank you for you and all that you do, because without you everything wouldn't be quite the way it is, and it's quite flippin' fantastic and phenomenally amazing. So thank you. And I'll see you soon. The moment then of moving around and doing the thing.